Welcome to episode 85 of the Curios Cast. We're back in the Curios studio.
Woo. Big ups.
A weird news episode today. On with the boys. Nice to see you guys.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Good to see the man from Amsterdam.
Close to Amsterdam.
I know it's not Amsterdam, I know.
It works though.
It's a better quote. They say that in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
My man from Amsterdam, innit?
Yeah, and there's not much that rhymes with Nijmegen.
That's good. I like
Is
that.
it?
You've been
Well
practicing.
done.
Yeah.
Tom had a frikandel, which is a Dutch sausage today.
Yeah, but I had a German Dutch
German
sausage.
variant. Yeah.
Yeah.
In honour.
I didn't finish it. It weren't good.
No.
Even though I was dipping it in the Dutch mayo.
Yeah, it's friet sauce, a chip sauce actually, which is a higher percentage in fat than mayonnaise.
Oh.
But it doesn't sound like it'll make a difference, but believe me.
Oh, because I always say I'm a big mayo guy. I'm a big fan of the mayo, and every time I go abroad, everywhere in Europe has better mayo than the UK. UK mayo sucks.
Well, my Hellman's is alright.
It's just not the same though. Like I do still enjoy it, but when I have some little chippies and mayo anywhere, it's so good. And then the Netherlands, particularly, like when they have those little chip stalls in Amsterdam.
They say that in Pulp Fiction as well, don't they? They go like, you know what they put on their fries over in Holland? He's like, mayonnaise. He's, no, get out of the motherfuckers. They drown them in that shit.
And yeah, one of Rose's friends from the Netherlands came over to visit, and she brought me a bottle of squeezy mayo. Yeah,
bottle of sauce.
Yeah,
savour it. You know, there's a clinic dedicated to mayonnaise, Mayo Clinic. Have you heard of it?
I have. Yeah, that's
you should check it out.
Maybe you should check
it out. It's for people that have got mayonnaise related health issues.
Or addiction.
Oh yeah.
Or injuries. We got another text come through on Curios hotline.
Ooh.
Hype.
It was on the episode.
That's my first time seeing the Curios phone in the flesh.
Phone in the flesh.
Yeah, it's a nice little pink
rose gold.
Rose gold.
Rose gold.
This is in response from, I think, when we was the episode with James, where we were talking about, we spoke about people that find buried treasure when they're metal detecting and stuff. Find like Roman coins and stuff.
Yeah.
We said, text us in if you've ever found anything.
Yeah.
Not just metal detecting, but just if you found anything ever that's quite interesting. Well, listener who goes by Mouse, he's a regular commenter on the YouTube channel. Hey guys, listener Mouse here. After hearing you guys talk about things people have found in the last episode, here is some quartz that I found on a beach in Cornwall. And there's some quartz that he found. Yeah. So, I don't know how to describe what a quartz is. It just looks like a little crystal.
Gina would be buzzing for that. Yeah, you got to send me that picture. Gina would love that.
What he's going to say, got send me that quartz.
That's sick.
Yeah, post it in, Mouse.
How big is it? I want to know the...
what's the scale?
Scale, yeah. We need a size comparison. I reckon, from my experience of quartz, that that's like that.
Yeah, so I'm judging it by
in audio terms.
I was like in audio terms, so yeah. That's about... 2.5 inches.
Quartz size?
Quartz, yeah. 1 quartz.
I'm judging it by the grain of like the leather that it seems to be on. It looks like it's on like a leather sofa arm or something.
Yeah.
I'm judging it on that.
That looks like a rough edge on a leather sofa.
Yeah, careful, Mouse.
But it's been on the beach, so it's probably
smoothed off.
Text us and let us know how big the quartz is, please.
That's sick though. What a find.
Yeah, if you want to text in things that you found, if you've
viewer photo as well, listener photos.
Yeah.
Multimedia.
Yeah.
From a viewer.
Yeah.
Listener, viewer. Person.
Viewer, I guess, because it's on the YouTube.
Yeah. On the job.
Yeah, if you want to text in, if you've found something better than some quartz from a beach in Cornwall, then text us in. 07470 184 383. That phone number again is
07470 184 383. 07470 184 383.
I found a jawbone once on a beach. Oh, maybe I've mentioned this.
You did, yeah. You mentioned it, yeah.
Jawbone of a what?
Person.
Oh, really?
It was either a person or a horse. That's what I've deduced.
What? You didn't do anything with it? You thought it might be a person? You didn't take it to the police?
I was like...
He told us,
I'm pretty sure I told someone...
3-4 weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Really?
Was that it?
Yeah, you told
recently, or not?
Maybe it weren't that recently, but you told us about 6-7 episodes ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Anyway, that's probably that's all.
Yeah, and you reacted and asked the exact same thing. The exact same. Maybe I'll put it side by side. Here's a flashback to last night.
Dream sequence.
Yeah.
I found a jawbone on Southend Beach once, and I'm pretty sure it was human. Looking back on it,
that's weird.
What'd you do with it?
Yeah, that's something.
And I just threw it away again. I was like 11.
Oh, that sounds like the kind of thing you would have fucking loved. Like,
yeah,
I know.
Keep that, man.
Taking it home, slept with it under my pillow.
Yeah. Any teeth in it?
I probably. Yeah, there was teeth in it.
Oh, I could have got some cash from the old tooth fairy.
Yeah, cash converters. Someone else probably picked it up. There's loads of cash converters in Southend. Shithole, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's the best thing I found on a beach. What's the best thing you found on a beach?
Well, when we were younger, we found a shark, like a decomposed shark. I also saw a dead porpoise on the beach in the Isle of Wight.
Yeah.
That was quite weird.
That's great, isn't it?
Yeah, it was sad. We thought it was like a inflatable, and we were walking on the beach, and we were like, "Oh, what's that?" And it was a dead porpoise.
Got to jump on it.
Yeah.
I saw a dead whale in New Zealand, actually.
Really?
On the beach. It was massive. They were burying it, obviously, because it explodes, don't they? They blow up.
Yeah, there's that classic bit of footage where they tried to blow it up.
They exploded that on purpose. Yeah. They tried to blow it into the sea. They put all the dynamite like under it, so it would blow, like, all of its bits would just fly into the sea. It didn't work. They just
went the other way.
It would just rain down on everyone.
They got very carried away with the amount of dynamite they put under there.
And there were like really like big bits, weren't there, as well? That
crushed cars, like big bits of flubber. Yeah,
nuts.
Nuts.
Yeah, it didn't happen in New Zealand. It was smelly.
Was it?
Me and my cousins found a massive jellyfish on the beach before, and we picked it up and took it back into the water. I think it was already dead though. It didn't sting us. I was really scared I was going to get stung because I thought it would like zap, like be like a skeleton and like real like proper zapped. I was only about like 7 or 8, and my cousins are older and they're like 15. Like, yeah, let's pick up the fucking jellyfish and take it in. It was huge. Like, it was like 6 or 7 of us carrying it. Like all.
Oh, it's heavy.
I was 7, so yeah, it felt heavy, but it was maybe like I imagine like my width, like 6 feet across or something. Like
really?
it was huge. Yeah, like it's huge, big bit of jelly. Like,
that's mad.
Yeah,
mad, isn't it? Why are they called jellyfish?
Just in the water, aren't they? Yeah. Are they actually technically fish?
Probably not. No, they're probably not.
Yeah. What is the Latinus?
The etymology.
What makes a fish?
Yeah.
Scales and fins.
Fins and scales.
That's a fact.
Like
right?
mermaids.
That's a curious fact. That's an old school curious fact that we can't check.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is good. We can't check anything. I've become too reliant on being able to just quickly do a Google search.
Yeah.
Yeah, quickly Google funny jokes. How to be funny on the podcast.
Doesn't go well.
No. Well, who wants to go first with their weird news topic?
Yeah, go on. I'll go for it. Mine is Mine is not actually news.
Nice. Is it weird?
It is weird though.
Okay.
Yeah, and it is a topic. It was gonna be like it was almost. I was thinking about it as like a full topic. It was definitely nowhere near enough a full topic. So it's perfect for this. I basically got like at some point somewhere I put my email address in on Quora Answers. I don't know why I did that.
You get those emails.
I get the emails. Yeah. I get like basically spam emails.
Yeah.
It's weird being in the middle. By the way, I think we spoke about this before. Like a badly set up talk show host.
Oh yeah, where you're going left.
Where
to
I'm
right.
going to get punched by Grace Jones.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to not look at either of you. Basically, I saw it like teased me in the email, and I actually I don't often open them, but I thought, hey, that's actually could be a bit of a thing there. It was like warning, graphic content. It was like the title is "Police officers, have you ever dealt with anything paranormal or unexplainable?"
Whoa, you've got me.
I thought that is just curious gold, isn't it? Some of them are shite, but the first one is the maddest, right? Oh shit. Like the first one's not. It's loaded different on here.
Oh no! What an absolute tease!
Oh no! Right, wait. All right. Well, I'll read out some of the others, and hopefully we'll get to that one. Oh man! Oh, the first one was about like a fucking like possessed guy. I don't even know what this one is. It's like I was just reading for him now, and I read the others, but
how much of it can you remember from memory?
All of it. Let's go.
Yeah, go on.
So there's a guy, right? He'd wrote. He was a police officer, a retired police officer now, and there was a guy that had been arrested for like a misdemeanor. I don't think he even said what it was, just some misdemeanor. Could be fucking anything in America, couldn't it?
Yeah.
And apparently he had like medication that he was supposed to take, but had either refused to take it or just didn't have it on him or something. And then like one of the guards came and grabbed him. Like one of the other people, like, mate, you've got to come and see, like, fucking matey, what's happening? And he said, and they went like to the cell and like looked through the window, and he was like speaking in tongues. He said he was just like going like what he described as speaking in tongues. He was like, but it was just like it was really weird, like a language that none of us had ever heard before. Like you know, like, it was just mad. And then and the way he described it, he said he had his whole fist up his anus. And then
I'd be talking in tongues.
Yeah. Then he said though, right? And he said he then inexplicably scaled the wall
with his fist still in his anus.
I don't know. No. He made a
Yeah.
point of saying his fist wasn't his anus because he got his feces up the wall. He said his feces covered hand covered the walls, but he said it was like a 12-foot high, just like brick wall. And he said neither of them. I said they got a doctor in at this point to like. Assess the man.
Doc, you try and climb that wall.
To like assess this guy, and apparently they were like, no, we can't explain how he scaled, like just scaled up a fucking side of a wall, and then apparently jammed both fists up his anus. I'm not sure if this part was while he was up the wall. It can't be.
No, surely not.
It can't be. Then apparently he says both fists up his anus.
I mean, one fist is impressive.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And then he said, and then they released the guy.
Really?
Yeah,
well, just let him go after that.
Well, the next day,
I would.
It was like, it was like the next day. I think maybe they left him in. No, they managed to give him a sedative. They managed to they had to arrest him. He was like fighting them and like screaming out. And they had to like basically sedate him.
Yeah.
And then he, and then he got like released without charge.
Put one of the police officers up his anus.
Yeah.
He put the police station up his anus.
No, and then he was released without charge. And the guy was like, "I am, as far as I'm concerned, it was a possession."
Yeah. That's mad, isn't it? I mean, the maddest thing about that whole story is the fact that they just let him go.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I guess like.
But they got no charge. Sticking your anus up your fist in a police cell.
Sticking your anus up your fist.
Sticking your fist up your anus.
Something's gone terribly wrong.
Isn't necessarily a crime, is it?
Is scaling the wall a crime? I don't think so.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess just whatever. He was only charged with nothing. But
it was a misdemeanor, so they yeah.
But normally with like something like that,
you'd think they want to
detain you for mental health reasons.
Yeah, because it depends. You get like sectioned if you're a potential danger to yourself or others, which I guess he was a danger to self-ish at the time.
I don't know, just say.
But if the next day he seemed all right.
Because if someone who was of seemingly rational mind just was in the cell fisting themselves, and they came along and went, "Hey, we're doing this," I like it. Like you'd be like, okay, he's not fucking like insane. He just likes that. And, and if he went, hey, what's this? I can climb walls. Like, like they wouldn't detect him.
Nah.
So just because he's talking in tongues, can't just arrest people, George, because they talk a different language.
No, but I'd say that putting both hands up your anus is grounds for being detained. Because there's no way that someone who can do that.
Yeah, but if it's not, I guess it is. That is kind of causing harm to yourself, isn't it? Is your hotspot on, by the way?
No. I feel like it kind of gets, the amount of fists in your anus just gets exponentially harder. Like I feel like 2 fists in your anus is
I'm not sure
much
that's possible.
harder than, it is more than twice as hard as 1 fist in your anus.
I'd say
it's like 3 times as hard
to get 2 fists.
Oh, definitely. You can fit anything in your anus. There's
anything. There is no limit. There is no limit.
Serious. That was like
that was dead serious.
Yeah.
I remember there was a video doing.
Dare you suggest?
I remember years ago there was a video doing. Oh no, it wasn't up his anus. It was up a woman's.
What?
A woman's vagina. His whole head.
Oh,
there was a video doing around. Like, when videos used to be like sent like via like MMS message.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Now I'm thinking about it.
Was it like Mr. Bean when he has the turkey on top of his head?
I'm pretty sure I've seen a basketball like go up an anus.
I've seen stuff come
or
out.
at least come out of an anus.
I've seen
I don't know how it got
There's
there.
like a beach ball, wasn't there another one of those videos?
A beach ball.
Like
how would a beach ball's like? They would just pop.
Maybe you put it up there and then
not solid enough. Oh, you put
maybe it was like a basket, but it was painted like a beach ball, I guess. Maybe like the classic beach ball colours.
Yeah.
I remember that popping out of somewhere it shouldn't.
There was a beach ball that I found in the van that had obviously been like the previous owner's beach ball.
Oh dear.
And
How would that have been?
I think that video you're talking about was in a van.
No, luckily this was brand new in the packaging. So obviously they bought and never used it, right? We got to the beach and I'd like found it. Like we were like at the beach one day and I was like, I'm going to play with the ball. Ginny was like, it's mad windy. Like, and I was like, no, I'm going to go for a swim and like play with the ball. Like, and I was out there and I fucking like basically instantly lost it. And it just went like Wilsoning off. I was going, Wilson, I'm so just fucked right off straight away. She was just looking at me like, I fucking told you. Yeah.
Tragic.
Was you going to play with it on your own?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I can't remember.
You wasn't even batting it into anyone.
No,
You're just in the water on your own, throwing your ball up in the air.
Yeah, I'm not even sure Gina got in the water. Maybe she did. Now, maybe Gina did get in the water and we fucked about it for a minute. And then it just went. And I tried swimming after it. You know, it was like I was swimming and I was quite quickly out of my depth. And it was like, I'm going to be tired. And like, if I get it, I'll be out of wrestling. But if I don't get it, I'll be knackered and way out of my depth. I was like, this is stupid risk to get this fucking thing that I only just found.
He's probably still going.
It's about, floating around. It's like that thing of ducks. Remember that?
Yeah.
A big thing. I think we've probably spoke about it before, haven't we?
Oh, yeah.
The big like
flotilla.
The flotilla of ducks, yeah. Isn't it now caught up in the Great Pacific Garbage Patch? I think that was the last I heard about it. It got swept up in that, yeah. I mean, that was the best one. There's 71 on here apparently, but on this page are the ones I read. I like one. Right, this is just funny. I'll get to that in a minute. How it ends with one. I mean, yeah. So there's a lot to maybe not believe about that, isn't there? But I think the least believable is two fists up Uranus. Or is that less?
That's the bit that's made up. You think?
Well, no, the bit that makes me believe the whole thing's
exorcism.
made up.
Really?
Not climbing up the walls.
I mean, it depends how they ran up the wall, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, to me, it sounds like you're just shearing up this wall. No, but worse than that, I'm picturing like a prison, like a breeze block.
Yeah.
Which would just be fucking impossible.
Have you seen Exorcist 3?
No, I haven't seen any of the Exorcist.
Like a scene where there's like an old woman crawling up a wall, like a crab.
Isn't that? I thought that was the classic original Exorcist. Is it not?
No, I think the original one, she comes down the stairs backwards.
Oh right, yeah.
But I think it's Exorcist 3. It's in a hospital, and this old woman gets possessed, and she's like crawling along the ceiling like a
freaky, isn't it?
Yeah, freaky.
I've watched that. What's the one? American Horror Story.
And there's one TV show.
Yeah, and there's one season where they're in a like a mental hospital, like an old fashioned one. Yeah, it's the best one.
I think that's like the first season, isn't it?
It might be. Maybe? Yeah, it's quite early. Yeah, that was a good one. But there's someone gets possessed in that, and then that made me think of this because it's like they get brought in by the police.
Yeah,
and they don't know what's wrong with them. And it turns out to be like the devil, isn't it?
You know, the Exorcist was based on a real life.
I did know that. Yeah. And there's all those ones in there where people reckon shit happened on the set and inexplicable people died.
Yeah.
They're just rumours that are spread to hype up the film. Or...
Like Jaws, isn't there? It was rumours about.
What happened with Jaws? What, a real shark came after they started filming it?
Yeah, it's just all real. roll film, roll tape.
With Jaws, one of the girls who gets attacked by the shark first, or I think she's just in the water screaming, and she's a young girl, 12 or 13 or whatever. She's screaming in the film because she's scared of the shark or whatever. But the actor was actually screaming because her leg or pelvis had broke or whatever, because they had these harnesses that are meant to drag them about, and it had fucked up and it had snapped her pelvis or her leg in some way. So she's there screaming, and everyone's thinking, "Fucking, she's nailing it!"
Actually,
let's get her back for the sequel. And then they pull her out, and she's like, "Fucking, my leg is broken."
When I used the shot. Yeah.
I think there's a urban myth about Jaws being, because there's loads of murders in the 70s where girls were getting murdered in the dunes around where Jaws was filmed. So there's rumours about the murderer was one of the extras in the film, and people have pinpointed this weird dude in one of the scenes or something.
That probably happens.
Maybe,
I
don't know.
Extras could just do a crime. Why not?
Yeah, when he was there filming,
I was in it. I was in the film. Was about.
Well, they were filming it, and then he was obviously in wherever it was being filmed, and then they did these murders.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because they stopped
because he was
spot
just
for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Very
Who
good.
knows?
This is another good one. Years ago, took a call from a young woman who'd stepped in front of a train. Took a call, sorry, for a young woman who'd stepped in front of a train and committed suicide. When I arrived on scene, she'd been thrown exactly 100 feet from point of impact.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know why he needs to feel the need for exactly 100 feet. It's not necessarily relevant. She'd been thrown 100 feet. Well, maybe he does think that's also a weird fact because he's added it.
Yeah.
She'd been thrown exactly 100 feet from point of impact and had landed still near the track. Which I guess he's saying is weird that like, just 100 feet in a straight line, I guess.
Yeah, straight, like maybe a little bit, yeah.
Her body looked perfectly intact. She was wearing a pure white dress and she had no visible sign of trauma at first glance. What I saw next had no explanation. Her heart was lying right next to her body and looked like it was surgically removed. All 4 arteries were cleanly cut, equidistant from the heart. The opening in her chest was barely visible. Other than that, you would never know a 70-mile-an-hour train had just hit her. I later learned that she had suffered from depression since childbirth and she had planned her death, drinking a 6-pack to get up the courage. She left behind several young children and an abusive husband, but was loved by everyone like an angel. I took what happened with the way she was dressed in all white like an angel as an omen, and she died of a broken heart. Broke everyone's heart, actually.
Broke everyone. That ending.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, you know me. I'm not a very skeptical guy.
No.
But I'm calling bullshit.
I mean, weird shit does happen, and he could have remembered it slightly wrong. Like changed the detail in his head. It could be that.
But if she got hit by a train, right? And the body is intact, and her heart's come out, surely it would come out the back. Like there wouldn't be a hole in her chest because the heart's not going to fly out. Well, so you jump in front of a train, right?
I don't think anyone is arguing. Like, I don't think anyone's making the point that the train knocked her heart out.
That's what he's saying.
That's what he's saying.
That's what he's.
No, I don't think he. I think his theory is that like the train never actually hit her, and like, or she wasn't a real person. She was some angel or whatever, and like that's why this madness happened.
You've had too much Dr. Pepper.
No, I think he's saying that she did get hit by a train.
Yeah. But the weird thing was that it left her intact because she's an angel.
Yeah, or something.
And to show that she died of a broken heart, it fired her heart out the front of her chest.
That's dumb.
But if a train hit her, it would fly out the back.
I don't think a heart would fly out at all.
Yeah, exactly.
But she might have jumped in like
backwards. If she jumped in backwards,
with her back
fair
to
enough.
it, yeah.
But then she would have been like dashed on the ground, and then her face would have been all.
Well, not necessarily. Well, I mean, not necessarily.
I'm going to label this under needs investigation.
Yeah,
I think
that's the Mythbusters.
That's kind of the category for all of these, really.
I do like ghost stories or like paranormal experiences of people like policemen. Policemen and like
it's a good topic, isn't it, for this sort of
thing. For some
thing.
reason, there's always like they're a little bit more believable.
Yeah, you're supposed to, aren't you? Sort of.
You like ghosts deep down, Tom. I know you do.
I haven't told you guys about the time I saw a ghost, have I?
No.
I remember I was thinking this the other day because I forgot about it.
Is it in your house?
No.
Oh.
I know. This is a sleep paralysis one that you told us about.
I used to have like a reoccurring dream, but I just believed that was a dream.
Woke up with both fists up his arse.
No, like, and you guys know that I don't believe in ghosts.
Yeah.
But I have no explanation for what I saw.
Ooh, okay.
And it was when I was in Manchester, and the Airbnb that we'd rented was like a canal boat, so we was on the canal, obviously. And to get into town, we would walk along the canal until we got into town and pop out or whatever. So you'd walk underneath a lot of these bridges and, sort of like some dark areas, and you go over these small little footbridges. And as I was walking over this small footbridge that was only wide enough for sort of like one person to comfortably walk over. If someone was coming the other way, you'd have to like scoot to the side or whatever. And I was walking over it. This is like, it's dark, it's nighttime, whatever. And I was looking backwards, like talking to my mate. And as I was walking and as I turned around, someone was there in front of me. And I can like remember their face and what they were wearing and everything. And I was like, oh, fuck, sorry, mate. Because I thought I was about to bump into someone. But no one was there. And I was like, whoa. But I was like, I was like tripped out for a second because I was like walking at the front of like all of my mates. And everyone's went, what the fuck are you doing? Like, because I just went, well, sorry, mate. Oh, where'd he go? Like, he was just not there. I'd just seen a person. It was probably just like, I know your brain, like.
Oh, it was a ghost, mate.
Yeah, maybe it was a ghost.
Where were you? Did you say
Manchester?
Yeah, there's a lot of ghost stories from the Manchester Canal. No, legit. Like in Manchester, there's lots of.
I'm sure from the canals, yeah.
Was he like what sort of clothes was he wearing?
He was wearing like a just a button-up shirt, like button-up, like
wasn't like Victorian.
No, he looked like just a young guy, also on a night out. Like he was just wearing like a.
You sure you didn't push him off when you?
Sorry, mate. You didn't see that? No, it must have been a ghost.
Maybe someone died at that spot, like fell in on a night out, drowned. You saw his
possible, isn't it?
Maybe I'd had quite a bit of beer.
Yeah. I once did that with a lamppost when back in like my formative bunning years. When I went to see some gig in London, I can't remember what it was, and me and this guy from school had like got high, and it was like early days of getting high, and we were walking along the street, and I did it pretty much exactly that, but with like really I was hitting a lamppost with my head, so I like ducked right out of the way. It was quite a busy, crowded street in London as well, and there was just nothing there. Like, it was looked at me like absolutely mad. Like I really like reacted, like bent over double. Thought I was about to hit it. And
ghost
lamppost. Yeah.
I just walked into a lamppost in Prague.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was talking to my mate behind, turned around and just hit. It wasn't a lamppost. It was like a parking sign. Just twatted it.
Oh.
And everyone, there's loads of tourists on the other side was fucking laughing at me. And
It's funny.
Yeah. I've done that, I think, on my bike, like not paid enough attention and whacked into something. I can't remember. I did it once when I was younger, and it wasn't actually my fault. Like my backpack or something I had like caught in my in like the back of my bike, and it like threw me off. And it like my bike just like jammed up, and I got thrown off and like smacked my like head and my face, like narrowly, I think, just like pushed my face like from like cunting right into this wall, and it must have looked bad. Like I fucked myself up, and I was lying there kind of, and there was these guys over the street, and they were like, and like laughing at me. I was thinking, and I was there like almost like coughing up blood, like look really fucked up. I was thinking that's not funny. Like I'd be like shit.
Yeah, like, to be fair, if I saw you fall off a bike now, I'd probably laugh.
yeah, fucking cat. Right, the last one I'll read is just the last one because it's just quite funny. Paranormal? No. Unexplainable? Absolutely. The same felons keep getting arrested for the same violent crimes with firearms. You know, the thing that's supposed to guarantee years of mandatory prison time and keep getting released by the courts. Meanwhile, an otherwise law-abiding senior citizen who uses his dead father's handgun to lawfully defend himself during a home invasion is in court trying to avoid prison because he didn't know he couldn't inherit the pistol without paying money to the government.
I know who's writing this. I know who's writing this.
Yeah.
I love it. He's got a chip on his shoulder.
It's like, yeah. Well,
I like it. I like paranormal stuff from policemen. There's a YouTube video of like stories from retired policemen and ambulance or police officers, I should say.
Was a YouTube channel of that, you mean?
No, it's
just one video.
It was just one video. I can't remember what it was. And there was one story about a guy, a policeman who got called to a break-in at a shop, like a off license, and turned up.
Convenience store, yeah.
And turned up with his partner, and the guy was like, the owner was waiting for him outside. It was all locked up, and the alarms were going off and stuff. The guy was like, yeah, obviously annoyed and blah 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 blah. And they said, has anyone broken in? Like, I don't know. The alarms are going off. My intruder alarm's all gone off, but it looks fine. But it keeps happening. Like, keeps going off, and stuff's moved, and I'm sure someone's getting in there and just fucking with me and stuff. So they went in and reviewed the CCTV. Put it on and put the CCTV on, and on the CCTV, the front of the shop, it's all locked up.
I'm just laughing at you, like, explaining a bit more about how CCTV works. There. Put it on, watched it. I got what you meant by reviewing the CCTV. Thanks for clarifying.
Well, you know, not everyone mind. I don't know if they have CCTV in America.
This story's from America, isn't it?
No, this is from I think London. Somewhere.
Okay.
And they were looking at reviewing the CCTV,
like, looking at it,
and the front of the shop is all shuttered up and stuff. And on the CCTV, when they're looking at it, they could just see like a figure, like a black figure, just walking along the street, walked through the shutters, and as soon as it went through the shutters, all the alarms went off in the shop. It set all the alarms off and shit. And inside the shop, there was this black figure that went through the shop, then just faded away, and that was it. And he said that his mate, or not mate, but the other officer he was with, afterwards told him, "Yeah, I mean, I've been to that same shop like 15 times. The guy just calls us all the time, and he's like convinced that there's someone breaking in. Every time we look at the CCTV, there's either a figure in the shop or one going through the front door, but everything's locked up, and no one knows." And then no one spoke about it. The other guy said to him, "Don't mention it because you'll get the shit ripped out of you, you know, from everyone else in the team or whatever." So they just didn't mention it.
Wow.
Weird.
That is weird.
But I just like it. I like all that weird shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I like that weird shit.
Yeah. Thanks. I like it. That is weird. That is interesting.
It's all right.
Who's next?
All right.
Go on, Tom.
All right. My one is
Mac.
Oh, new Mac. Yeah, fuck hell.
New old Mac.
Ex-eBay executive pleads guilty to terrorizing couple with spiders and funeral wreaths. So this one's like a bit...
Yeah, this is a bit dark.
It is a bit dark, but it's also a bit funny.
Okay.
Basically, I think this guy, I don't know if he was the CEO, but he was like a big time executive at eBay. And basically there was this couple, or maybe it's just one individual person, who created like an online newsletter just trying to expose when eBay was doing any kind of like shady work. But I don't think they were doing it just to eBay. That their whole thing was, you know, when companies fuck up and are doing dodgy stuff in the background and like not treating their customers right, they would write about it in this like newsletter. And they'd written some critical things of out of eBay. Yeah, E-commerce Bites was the name of the newsletter. And yeah, they were a couple from Massachusetts. And I guess it's eBay, like, I'm pretty sure it was a CEO. He doesn't work there anymore. But he would send them like boxes of spiders, what other things? I think cockroaches.
Well, like alive or dead?
He was the CEO. Alive, I think. I'm trying to find like the list of things that they sent.
Wait, who is he sending these to?
The writers of E-commerce Bites.
Oh right, sorry, yeah.
So E-commerce Bites, yeah, they just write about shit like that. And
he was like, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
So
yeah, but I don't think he was saying that it's from just randomly. So these people just randomly get in
anonymously.
Yeah, box of live cockroaches, spiders, a bloody pig face mask.
Jesus,
yeah, just sending them like loads of shit.
Live things like that. I think we've actually, for some reason, we've covered this before. That like, what are you allowed? Are you allowed to send live cockroaches in the post? And it's like you can in UK mail, you can send like a live bee, can't you? I looked up before.
Single
live
bee.
or something like that. You can send because you can send like a queen bee in the post. It's like a thing people might do to
for like
another beekeeper. Yeah. But I don't know if that also includes other.
Can you even get envelopes with air holes?
I guess it would be.
Well, you wouldn't put it in an envelope, I guess. Would
no,
you?
No, you probably wouldn't.
Yeah,
it'd be some sort of packaging with air holes. I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I get because you can. I guess. Yeah, because you must be able to order bugs and stuff like that for if you have pets that eat bugs, like lizards and stuff.
Yeah,
you probably have to like order
Norwich reptile shed.
He would know. Yeah.
Oh yeah, get him on.
quick,
calling him up now. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's not much more to it. I just thought it was mad that like a CEO of the company. It wasn't just like
Yeah, so how did they work out it was him?
eBay fan or something.
Is this how they worked out?
So his name's David Harville, eBay's former director of global resiliency, is the final one-time eBay employee charged in the case and plead guilty.
Oh, so
I think there was a few
criminal investigation.
6 others have admitted to their roles in the harassment campaign targeting the couple who published the newsletter E-commerce Buyers. Which eBay executives viewed as critical of the company. So they said cockroach. I was trying to find the funny thing. There was a list of like actual like kind of things that you could like laugh at, but this article that I've taken a screenshot of here has a much like darker twist on it. Like, I think I found an article that was like, haha, sending them cockroaches and shit, and like it was like almost in like a light-hearted way. And this one is like, oh yeah, they sent a box of live cockroaches, a funeral wreath, and books about surviving the loss of a spouse.
That's dark.
Yeah,
Fucking
to the
hell.
couple's home. With hopes of getting them to stop publishing negative articles about the company.
The thing is,
prosecutors say.
So I guess they were sending this stuff and then implying you need to stop writing about eBay specifically, or just this. Were they saying you need to stop this e-commerce?
I think just about eBay. Yeah. So I think
then surely that would help the people narrow down. Or well, it must be someone from one of these companies. I don't know how big their.
But then if you thought like it must be someone from eBay, that doesn't really narrow it down, does it?
Yeah.
No. So Harville and others were charged in June 2020 over the plot, which authorities say was orchestrated by members of eBay's executive leadership team.
That's far
after
out,
the
isn't it?
newsletter published an article about a lawsuit filed by eBay accusing Amazon of poaching its sellers. So, eBay filed a lawsuit against Amazon. This couple who run e-commerce Bytes, published an article about it. That's their job.
Yeah.
And that's when shit kicked off, I guess.
What a fucking far out decision to make. Like high up in an executive team, just be like, you know what we should do, and no one's gone. No, don't do that. That's
if it was just some rogue employee that was doing it or something, you'd be like, okay, that's mad. Or if one of the executives was doing it in like their spare time without anyone knowing about it, you'd be like, fucking hell, what are you doing, David? Like that's mental.
Because it had like really fucked up his job in some way.
But the fact at least 6 of them have all sat there and gone like,
let's do this. Yeah.
Cockroach.
Yeah.
What if we
had a meeting
we're going to kill one of them?
Imply the implication.
Yeah.
We're not actually going to do it. It's just the implication.
Yeah, it says...
they've probably had a meeting about it. Or something, like.
Yeah.
I'd see the meeting notes. Like the minute notes.
Yeah.
Do you reckon it was normal? And then suddenly, like, someone said, "Oh, and I want to just introduce a
topic here."
Yeah, you come into work.
E-commerce.com.
You ask the secretary, like, "Oh, what's that 2:00 meeting I've got in there?" It's like, "Oh, that's you plotting how you're going to harass that couple from that online article thing."
Wicked, thanks.
Yeah,
I've got a great solution that solves 2 of our problems.
Yeah.
1, our job lot of spiders and cockroaches. 2, e-commerce.
It reminds me of there's a bit in The Wire where one of them's like one of like the drug dealers is trying to get like all like professional about it, and like he's taking like a business class, and his whole thing is like trying to run it like a business, and they're having like these meetings, and one of them's like taking notes. I start saying, he's like, "The fuck are you doing?" And he's like, I'm taking minutes. It's like, for him to be like a meeting. He's like, on a motherfucking criminal conspiracy. Taking notes.
Voice recording.
Yeah.
Recording a Zoom call.
It gets quite a bit more intense as well. So it says another former executive who pleaded guilty last month, James Bach, B-A-U-G-H. Bo.
Yeah, completely. No, you were right the first time.
Bach. James Bach. Held meetings to coordinate the harassment campaigns.
They did,
and directed Harville to go with him to Boston and spy on the couple, prosecutors say. They were going to go there and spy on them. Harville done it. He flew to Boston from California and bought tools with a plan to break into the couple's garage and install a GPS tracker on their car, prosecutors say.
What was that going to achieve?
So he could spy on them a bit more, like know where they're going and that. Yeah.
Be specific on the harassment.
Yeah. Over dinner in Boston, he and Buch joked about what could be left on the couple's porch, including a bag of human feces. Assistant U.S. Attorney Seth.
What are they going to do? Set it on fire?
Yeah, like schoolboy thing.
Yeah.
Like little vandals in an American TV show.
Yeah. Right? Set a fire to a shit. And,
Harville pleaded guilty during a hearing held via video conference before a Boston federal court judge. That's it, really. And then what's this?
That is bad.
So the couple...
You just saying about that, about like that plan with that, it does make me, you know, it's one of those things where you think, like when you're younger, or even every now and then, you think of like CEOs of a company, or top of things like proper adults, you know, like when it just doesn't exist.
Yeah.
The older you get, the more you're like, oh no, your head's still the same. Like you've stopped aging a little while ago, you stopped maturing a little while ago, you know, and you're now just getting older, but your thoughts don't change. You know what I mean? Like you still feel the same.
Yeah.
You still could just act completely fucking childish.
Yeah, it's weird. Like when you think, like if I think of myself in like 60 years when I'm like in my 80s, it's still going to be this brain.
I'm still going to think
in an
like
old
this.
man's
Yeah,
body.
yeah.
Like,
it might be a little wiser.
Yeah, but I'm still going to find cum funny.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think it's like, you know, like old people's homes now. You know, they have like bridge nights and or whatever, and they might have like an old jazz singer come and say, "Are we going to have like, you know, Xboxes and fucking
YouTube.
shit and like Nintendo set up and gaming nights,
spinners,
yeah, and like you know,
vaping,
vape, and you're gonna have like fucking emo bands come in and perform and shit, like. Why not? You don't just get older and we'll suddenly start liking fucking backgammon.
I want to know when like at what age is like an app going to come out for like old people to not be lonely and stuff? Because obviously like that's one thing that old people like is like shit about being old now is like a lot of them, like, all their mates are dead, and everyone's dead, and that's why they go and like have to hang out at like bingo or like go and play like croquet or whatever they do, to like
go and play croquet.
You mean like bowls? I could
stuff,
get into bowls, man. Like I could see me. That's well a bit of me.
I'm not that
bowls.
good at it. Whenever I play it with my nan and granddad,
you've done it.
Like,
sick.
Yeah, my nan and granddad. I think my nan at least is like the East Anglian.
You told us this before, You told us. You might tell me this on the drive.
I think my nan and granddad might have played against them.
Probably, They've been all over East Anglia. Yeah.
Wow,
they're yeah.
Imagine that. That'd be great.
Pam and Ray, they're the couples in their age bracket, like the couples champion for like East Anglia.
Love it. Celebrity, we're in the present.
They fucking kick the shit out of me at bowls. Like, I think I'm pretty good. I get it right close to the jack. I'm like, oh, you ain't getting that one. My nan just fucking smacks it out of the way.
Yeah,
it's like done for.
Love it.
But yeah, surely by the time we're old, definitely there'll be apps that are like, I'm old, I want a mate to go watch football in the pub with. I want a mate to do that. And like, you could, there'll be like a little meet and greet. Like,
sort of equivalents like that exist for like when you go abroad, don't they? I think. You know, I know some people use Tinder for that, or sort of in a way, but I feel like there is apps, or at least like
there is
old school kind of more like forums where you'd be like, I'm traveling alone. Anyone else traveling alone? Bumble,
that is like Tinder. You can set it to like dating mode, in which case it will show you, you know, if you're a guy interested in girls, it shows you guys that are interested in girls that are interested in guys, whatever. But you can set it to like BFF mode, and you're basically just looking for mates, is the whole thing that you just look, And I remember I accidentally had it set as that, and I was like sitting there, I'm like, fucking loads of blokes on it. But it was like blokes and girls. But then like they can message you. I don't know. I was getting messages from guys that wanted to fuck, and I was like, what is this? And I'm like, I'm on BFF mode. I'm like, why are they asking me to fuck them on BFF mode? Like, But you can also set it to a business mode as well if you want trying to find a business partner or like an employee.
That's weird, isn't it? Trying to steal LinkedIn.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, weird.
I thought this. You know what I was thinking about? Well, when do you start? Well, not when do you start, but I said, it's not like you suddenly start liking fucking backgammon or whatever when you get older.
Oh yeah.
But this is I wanted to bring this up. It's like you do start liking birds at a certain point, and I always wonder when's.
Need to clarify.
Yeah, because we were talking the other day. Like Tom sent a picture in the group of you said, what did you say, like my different facial expressions when seeing a bird
of prey. It was when we went out and filmed with Lyndon. And
we've been out driving a couple of times, haven't we? Now
and whenever we're out and we're driving through somewhere where there's fields usually.
Well, also you get a lot of birds of prey by the side of the road. It must be something to do with the way the road scares the rodents or something. You quite often get them by the side of the road. But I'm like buzzing about it. I'm like, fucking bird of prey, look that one's sick. And Tom's just like, whatever.
I love birds.
Yeah. I think there's an age. Is there an age tipping point? And is it part of it to do with like house ownership / even just having your house to start with? I remember like first getting a house and then being like, there's a bird in the garden there. That's kind of when you start like really caring about your garden. And I remember like the proportion of how much I cared about it went up when I owned a house. Yeah. And it was like my garden, and then I was like, oh, I might get a bird feeder. And then, I don't know. Yeah, now it's like,
have you got like a book with all the different types?
I haven't got a book yet. That's the next level, isn't it? Yeah. And then eventually get up to like
granddad,
my friend's granddad, who's got like a bird hide. With a camera in it. Well, no, not bird hide. That's not what I mean. Like a bird feeder, but he's mounted cameras in it, and he can view those cameras. He's got like a permanent screen.
Yeah.
That's just like the bird camera screen. That's like a live feed. Yeah.
Love it.
That's the level, isn't it?
Gets like alerts on his phone when there's a bird that pops up on the camera or something.
Probably not. I don't think he has a phone, but that's what we'll have when we get older. Yeah.
Cool.
I love birds. I always used to like in my parents' garden. Every year we'd have blue tits. Like making nests and stuff. I used to like it every year. I tried to nurse a pigeon baby. Like it fell out of a nest. And I tried to nurse it back to health. It wasn't successful.
Didn't work, no. Apparently it's a myth. You know, people say like, you're not supposed to pick it up and put it back in the nest. Apparently that's just bullshit. Like, you're way better off doing that than just leaving it dead on the floor. Like,
they say like the mum will reject it.
Yeah, apparently that's just a myth. Yeah, it's just not true at all. This smells well more like their baby than it does a human.
Yeah.
I was sitting in the park in Nijmegen like a month ago, and there's a lake, so there's loads of swans and geese, and they've got baby, what they call goslings, like baby geese, right?
Fuck knows.
Or is that swans?
No, I think
that's a gosling.
I think you're right. Gosling sounds more like baby geese, doesn't it? A baby swan.
What's a baby duck?
Baby duck is a duckling.
Duckling. Swan.
A baby
Swanling
is a.
It begins with a G, doesn't it?
Isn't it also a duckling? Because there once was an ugly duckling with feathers all stubby and brown. And doesn't that turn into a swan? But have they just got it wrong? Like,
I don't know. Anyway, so I was sitting in this park, had a coffee, looking at the goslings, ducks, like nice little baby ducks, and I was like, went up and took a photo of it, sent it to Lynn, and I was sitting there, and a fucking crow came down and grabbed one and took it off. Yeah, all hell broke loose. Like all the birds on the pond were like trying to get the crow.
Yeah,
obviously all trying to look out.
Savage.
And it took the duckling away.
Brutal.
But the couple or the duck or the geese couple only had two. They only had two babies left after that. They only had three, and all the other ones had like 8. So I think they were just really shit parents. Like, So it was almost like evolution in action.
Yeah, natural selection.
Yeah.
But it was horrible. I was, like a minute ago, that little duckling was having a great time in the sun, and then
nature's brutal.
Horrible.
Gina saw a cat up a tree, like getting birds out of a bird nest the other day.
Oh, really?
She saw it and she could see it happening. And the mum bird was like going mental, like
nothing you could
do.
And
then and she was just looking at it, and she could see the cat was like, and she said he just fucking went for it and just
loving it,
grabbed it and just and he was fucked off.
Horrible things, cats.
They are motherfuckers, aren't they, cats? Yeah, brutal. Anyway, we on to your, no, you've done yours.
No, that was pretty much it.
The best till last now. Best till last.
Well, don't know about that.
No, I liked it. It was a weird fucking news topic.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm hoping that we haven't talked about this before. It's very recent, but it feels very familiar. So I'm hoping it's not like a repost from the Daily Star. The headline is, I'm a super soldier fighting in space war after being abducted by a 15-foot alien Dracula.
That does not sound familiar to me at all.
No, we haven't.
I think I do.
Russ Kellett from Filey, North Yorkshire, says for the past 30 years, He's been part of their army fighting the Dragos, which are tall and scaly with heads like dragons. And it's very weird the way this is written. It says, tall and scaly with heads like dragons, and 4 hours here is 4 years on one of the planets. One of the planets. I think one of their planets.
4 hours here is 4 years.
That's cool.
So 4 hours here equals 4 years on one of the...
Yeah.
So what does that mean? So does that mean their time moves quicker than ours?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Or slower?
Like not Inception.
Interstellar.
Interstellar. That's it. I got my Nolan films mixed up.
Does that mean they die quicker?
Well, it depends on what their lifespan is, I guess.
Yeah. Well, then it's irrelevant.
What do you mean?
Well, what he's saying is that he goes up there for like the night. He goes up there for
4 hours, but
a couple hours or so.
4 years.
But he's actually been there for years. Yeah, so but then like he would age that way as well. He would
come back to our reality.
No, is he saying he goes up in space into another planet?
Well,
if so, and the time goes like that,
then
he would age.
What he's saying. Otherwise, what he's saying is impossible to comprehend.
Yeah.
Or work out. Like, how would he know? If a Dragos comes down here and they're like...
yeah, or he's... Yeah.
What was... For the listeners there, I just shrugged. Dragos.
Here's a picture of a Dragos. This is Russ.
That's it. He's shrugging.
He hasn't really got big shoulders to shrug, so that's a Dragos. That's Ross with his...
Oh, right, wicked, yeah.
So basically, for the listeners, it looks like just a lizard man.
Yeah. Are they related to the reptilians? Is this sort of a reptilian vibe he's going for?
Doesn't mention the reptilians, I don't think. But maybe it's... It looks a bit... I don't know if you've ever seen that clip from Star Trek of Captain Kirk, like doing that really shit fight with a lizard man.
Yeah, it does look like that.
It looks like one of those.
Why have they recruited him? What's his special set of skills?
It doesn't really say. So he just says that he goes on to detail his career. So it might... I can't remember if he mentions exactly why, but let's get into it. In an earth-shattering claim... I know, it's an earth-shattering claim, but Russ Kellett says he's a super soldier fighting an intergalactic war.
Oh.
He's been abducted 60 times by aliens, and he's fighting an intergalactic war. He reckons aliens have abducted him multiple times from his seaside home, whisking him to battles all over the world and beyond. Russ, 58, is convinced that he underwent disturbing medical procedures at the hands of a race of 15-foot-tall invaders. The author has produced drawings to support his claim.
That is good evidence.
Yeah. There's another couple of drawings as well, which I'll share from you. What was that word? I sort of just gave up.
Which
shrivery. Like a really bad.
It was shrivery.
Yeah. So Russ even says he's developed chronic fatigue syndrome and PTSD from his time spent fighting. He says, I've been abducted at least 60 times. The first time was when I was 16, when I was travelling home on my motorbike. I went through a tunnel that I'd never seen before, and the next thing I knew, I was in what looked like a dentist's surgery with 15-foot-tall alien men that looked very much like Dracula without the sharp teeth surrounding me.
Okay.
I mean, it's the sharp teeth.
The main thing.
The main thing that makes you look like Dracula, yeah. Otherwise, were they just like pale
men?
With like I also
Widow's
picture...
Peak.
Is that a hairstyle? Is that what you mean?
When your hair comes down in the centre.
When they've got like receding, like the classic Dracula.
Yeah,
like my hair,
yeah.
Maybe I'm a Dracula.
Like Count, like the Count on...
Not the what?
The Count on...
I won't call him that.
Sesame Street.
Yeah.
One, two beds.
Yeah.
So he had some sort of tube pushed down his throat, and whatever liquid they pumped into him, it turned him into one of their super soldiers. So it doesn't say why. He was just
chosen.
He was just driving home on his motorbike. Yeah. They probably thought he looks like an
absolute soldier candidate. Yeah.
So for the past 30 years, I've been part of their army fighting the opposing race, the Dragos, which are tall and scaly with heads like dragons. I've been gone for years, and people don't realise. As 4 hours here is 4 years on one of the planets I've been to. It's honestly no wonder why I used to be so tired in my day job. The amount of time I'd be gone for.
Why does he say 4 hours here is 4 years there instead of just saying 1 hour here is 1 year there?
Yes, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I guess it feels more dramatic. Doesn't though, does it?
But then he could say a day here is 24 years there.
Yeah.
Like you can, if you want to make it sound really dramatic,
Yeah, 24 hours here
would be
is
24 years, yeah.
24 years there.
Yeah, you could also say, yeah.
You reckon he's making it up?
I just don't get why he doesn't simplify his fractions.
1 hour is 1 hour is 1 year, yeah.
Yeah.
So, goes on. As I've fought in battles across the UK, Europe and South America, and I've even fought in different battles for territory in space.
What?
So
wait, what? So what's he talking about America for?
So he's fighting these battles intergalactically. So some of the battles take place on Earth, where 4 hours is 4 hours.
Why do we not know about them?
Yeah.
Because they're between this race and the Dragos. So they're like, I don't know.
Well, yeah, so he also fights on Earth.
He loves a rock.
Is it in like an alternate reality? Like it's all happening here, but we can't see it. We don't know it's here.
He might be in this room right now, like just fucking decking about 15 Dragos.
Yeah.
It doesn't say. It doesn't say what's going on.
Oh.
But he does give a clue as to how he gets transported.
Okay.
It says, each time I've been abducted, I've been transported to a room covered in checks, kind of like a chessboard.
Oh, so you can like check people.
Checks. Like a checkered room, he means.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I don't think you called it checks. Do you? You don't say covered in checks.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I guess you could. Right.
At first I thought you meant like people from the Czech
that's
Republic.
what I thought. Like,
It's covered
a
in
room full of them.
In the centre of it is a glass ball that can transport you through time, as well as teleporting you anywhere in the known and unknown universe.
Even the unknown.
Even the unknown.
Even the unknown.
Fucking hell.
Wow.
How do you know it's the unknown universe if it's unknown?
No one knows about it.
Yeah.
Well, someone does because the ball takes you there.
Yeah.
Got to be programmed in the ball somehow.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess. Yeah.
What? Yeah, we won't just randomly
The ball
assign
knows
you
all.
somewhere, would
It's
you?
just unknown to us, but it's not unknown to the Dragos.
To the Dragos and the, yeah.
So he knows the name of the enemy race, which is the Dragos.
It doesn't mention his.
What's his
Yeah.
mate's name? Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't say.
The Dracula.
I was going to say the
Draculas.
Draculas.
Yeah, Vlad's. This is another one of his drawings, which isn't as good.
Is it scrolled down there?
Yeah, is that a Dragos? Yeah.
Oh, no, that is what it is, okay.
So, listeners, it'll be up on the screen, but I can't make out what is going on that face. It's just a very
It's like a pig neck, isn't it? Like a pig nose neck face.
big nose neck face.
That's what I describe it.
I remember doing drawings like that when I was about 12, when I was
this is
like well into Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, this is a
Like a,
58-year-old
Man Bear Pig.
He's a bit like Man Bear
So-
Pig.
I mean, at least he's got a hobby, though, this bloke. You know,
Yeah.
he's doing a bit of drawing, he's being a bit creative.
Well,
Saving the
he's doing
universe.
more than that.
Saving the
yeah.
universe is
He's
true.
fighting.
Yeah, true, actually. I'm on about it. Yeah.
So, annoyingly, because I've had to download this on PDF, some of the images haven't saved, which is a shame.
What is his
Um,
day job? You
we'll
mentioned
get
he's
him
being
up
tied at
anyway.
his
He's an
day
author.
job. Oh, he's an author.
So yeah, because it says here he shared a drawing of his chessboard, and I remember seeing a picture of the chessboard, but blank. But we'll put it up. Maybe I'll find it.
Yeah,
so
I
we
can
at least
also
put it up on there.
I can picture a chessboard.
Do you know what a chessboard is?
Yeah.
No, but it's a chessboard with a glass ball in the middle.
Oh, I
You've
can't.
never
I
seen
can't
that
picture
before,
that.
No,
No,
I can't even make that
no.
connection.
So he claims.
I'd need some sort of crudely drawn pencil picture to.
So he claims that there are several different races of aliens, and there's been a war between two different races for years. This is the best bit. This is this shows that he really knows his stuff. He said, "There are so many different races, but I struggle to remember the names of them all. He only knows Dragos. I'm certain that one of the races has wiped my memory of certain happenings and some of the times I was abducted. I've spoken with other abductees, and they've said the same thing happened to them. Quite worrying. Russ hopes that by sharing his story, more people will understand what's going on under their noses."
There you go. Has he?
And that's it. How is that helping us understand anything? We don't know who the Draculas are. We
No.
don't know where this chessboard is.
No, just
I
Dragons.
don't know how we can help.
Yeah, we don't know where on earth. Like, why can't we see the fighting going on?
Yeah,
What
and-
weapons are you using?
This superhuman goo they injected him with, it's only good for fighting the Dragos.
Yeah,
Whatever skills it gives him are non-transferable to Earth.
it definitely doesn't fucking make him a good drawer.
And how do we know the Dragos are the bad guys?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
He hasn't said they're trying to invade or anything. He just said, these people abducted me and told me to fight the Dragos.
Yeah, but it's all subjective, isn't it?
Has he even questioned what's going on?
He hasn't questioned anything. He's just blindly going it. That would be a good plot for
we'll have to get him on a
film, wouldn't it? You suddenly realise.
Yeah, that they've been stealing the Dragos land.
Yeah, that's Avatar.
Avatar.
Yeah, which is Last of the Mohican. No,
which is also Fern Gully.
No, what is
it's also the Smurfs.
Dances with Wolves.
The Smurfs as well, isn't it?
It's a very overdone plot, I think.
Dances with Wolves is a very good film, by the way. Very good film.
I haven't seen that. Yeah.
Good. The original Avatar.
Oh, yeah. When did that come out?
1986 or something.
Okay. I can't remember when.
Smurfs is probably earlier.
Yeah, probably. I can't remember when Fern Gully came out. Fern Gully's like, this person works for like a logging company. They're just chopping down trees. Then he gets made really small, and it turns out there's all pixies that live there. And then he becomes mates with the pixies. And he's like, stop chopping down the trees and everything.
Oh, yeah.
It's like exactly like
Avatar. Yeah.
Do they stop?
Yeah, I think he breaks the machine, or whatever, which is also what he does in Avatar.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah. That Avatar, like they're bringing out the other ones soon, aren't they? Like Avatar 2 is coming out like this year or next year. I think this year.
It's like they should have brought it out like 10 years ago.
Yeah, really. Yeah,
I think everyone, everyone loved it for like a bit, and then quite quickly everyone came out saying it's just like any other film.
Well, it's also mad that like, because it's one of the highest grossing. I think at the time it was the highest grossing film ever.
Isn't it still?
And no, I think it's been beaten by like some Marvel films and stuff. But it's still up there. But how much of like a cultural impact has it had on like? Has anyone ever quoted Avatar?
Yeah,
you get.
It was only because it was visually stunning, wasn't it? I remember watching it at the cinema and thinking, "Yeah, that looked like bollocks." Like watched it in 3D.
Yeah,
and
I saw it in IMAX.
Yeah, and was like, "That was sick." And then I think it started to be when people either started to not watch it in 3D or when it started to come out on like, and people would watch it again on Netflix or something and was like, "Oh, that's actually just naff, isn't it?" It's not that's not good at all.
The new trailer just looks like the original film. It looks like the same plot.
Yeah, I didn't actually watch the trailer.
I watched the trailer and I'm like, I'm sure I've seen all of this.
Also, the advancements in like technology and like how good things look now. It's like, I've seen it. Like I've seen like I've seen how good things look.
Yeah.
You know, like James Cameron when he was filming it, he went down to the Mariana Trench, right down to the bottom of the ocean and stuff to get. I guess he's like using that to like be in the film in some sort of CGI way. But I would have preferred just like 3 hours of him just down at the bottom of the ocean, like looking at all the weird shit that's already down there.
Yeah.
I don't really want to go and watch Avatar. I want to, or even if you went back to the Titanic wreck and just like film that all in like IMAX, like high def, and went all inside
that'd be sick,
shit. That'd be great.
There's because for a while it was like a bit of a fad, wasn't it? Like that sort of re kind of kick-started the 3D thing, didn't it, for a bit?
Yeah.
And then it. Can you even see a film in 3D anymore? Does anyone do it? Like, no one bothers.
I don't think so.
Because it was that new sort of like, it was like layered, wasn't it? It wasn't like shit jumped out.
No.
Yeah, it wasn't like the gimmicky stuff.
Where
where
it goes, and touches your face.
Spy Kids 3D, where like they're purposely like bringing things out
or
on
like
the screen.
Honey, I Shrunk the Audience at like Disneyland or something. I remember watching that. It was like layered, wasn't it? It was depth, and it did look good. But yeah, I think that's just died, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, Avatar 2 coming out October.
Yeah, thanks for that paid sponsorship.
Thanks, James Cameron.
Catch our review shortly after.
That's it. That's Russ. What was his name? Russ Kellett. Oh wait, Russ Kellett, Super Soldier. Yeah, Russ Kellett, Super Soldier.
Thanks, tuned. We'll
Russ,
get him on
for your tireless efforts in keeping us all safe over the past 30 years.
Hype. Those bloody Dragos.
Yeah, Dragos.
He didn't say the Dragos were coming for us.
Oh no, true.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
He said he wants to raise awareness of the Dragos. They're the and
are they the enemy of us? They're just the enemy of
the Draculas, and the Draculas are helping us.
Helping us do what?
Fight the Dragos. Have you not been listening?
Yeah. Well,
that's it. Look at the state of that.
That's horrible. What
that's
have you put in there?
So it's instant coffee I put in there, but it looks like diarrhea in the bottom of my mouth.
That's why you shouldn't drink fucking instant coffee.
I know.
I can't believe you almost offered me you offered me coffee earlier, and it was going to be instant.
No, I didn't.
You said I might bring you some coffee.
Oh yeah. Well,
I would have spat it in your fucking face.
I didn't have enough time to prepare.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but that's horrible. You can have some if you
That
want.
is fucking horrible. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for another episode.
Yep. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening is what I mean. Who am I thanking there? Thanks us for another episode.
Thanks Russ. Thanks James Cameron.
Yep.
There might be an episode next week. There might be an episode in 2 weeks' time.
Ooh. Controversial.
Yeah.
Or 6 months' time. What would you prefer? Tell us what you want.
Yeah. Do you want us to go back to the old ways of just recording it whenever it had been too long? Or I mean, there's a good chance we are not going to be bringing out episodes every week from now on. It's been like over a year, I think, since we've been doing weekly ones.
We've been spoiling you, to be honest.
I think it's basically since like COVID became a thing, and we had nothing to do.
Yeah.
Like we were sitting at home every week, so it was like easy just to be like, okay, let's do weekly episodes.
Yeah.
And now we've kind of got lives again.
Yeah.
It's proving difficult
to
get an episode out every week. So
you've had enough.
Might be 2 weeks in between episodes.
Yeah, I think fortnightly.
Listen to them on half speed, and they'll last you twice as long. So maybe
there'll be some like tidbits out for the week in between episodes.
Because that negates the whole point of
some shit that I can just tell a story for 20 minutes
if you want.
Feel whatever.
Free,
ghost stories. Oh, that'd be good. I fucking love it. I might just start my own podcast again.
Yeah.
Another one with just me telling ghost stories.
Yeah. Well, I mean, text in if you want to hear that.
I tell you what would be a good one: me phoning you up and telling you a ghost story. And just so I'd get your reactions of just how bored you are.
Just me falling asleep, drifting off. All right, well, I think it was quite a long one anyway, so yeah. No.
Yeah, they were just looking at the table.
Yeah, what numbers are you looking at?
I don't know, I was pointing vaguely in the direction of the recording device,
thanks for listening. Remember to text us in your things that are better than Mouse's quartz.
Or worse than, as long as you found it.
Yeah, or worse. Yeah. Text us something you found, whether it was down the back of the sofa, on a beach,
up your anus.
Yeah, you was just sitting there, both your fists up your anus, climbing a wall.
Or you found someone else's fist up your anus.
Seriously. Send us a photo of that. But send that to George's number instead of the Curios number. I'll give you that.
999.
Yeah, call that and ask for George. Okay. Thanks for listening. The phone number is 07470 184
07470 184 07470
That's episode 85 of the Curios Cast.
Woo!
From the studio.
Dan Studio.